Fantasy books that I thoroughly enjoyed, but I don't talk about enough on here, and I'm doing you guys a disservice by not mentioning them, so we're going to talk about them today. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This is a mix of dystopian and also fantasy wrapped into one. And when it comes to creating any type of world building, but also being able to dive into these complexities that make up characters, makes up worlds, makes up politics, Samantha Shannon just does an excellent job. This series is so underrated and so underappreciated because it has not only everything you want in a dystopian book, but also in a fantasy book. Ascendant and the Songs of Chaos series by Michael R. Miller. I'm halfway through the third book and I do not want the series to end. This follows along Holt, who is the son of a cook and wants nothing more than to be a dragon rider. When he saves a dragon egg from destruction, he signs up for a lot more than he was intending to. There's so much hope, so much innocence, so much growth within these pages. You are going to fall in love with every single character, with their flaws, with their nuances, but also you're going to love the fact that the magic system in this is completely different when it comes to the dragons than any other dragon book you have ever read, and you guys need to check it out. The Shadow of the Gods and the Bloodsworn Saga by John Gwynne. This is steeped in Norse mythology as it follows along multiple different perspectives where gods have died but now have risen, and this god war is impending and so much doom is upon us. You have one of the most badass female main characters you'll ever meet, but there's also so much more to these characters, so much more to this story than you can possibly even imagine. Not only is this series beautifully written, but the politics are intricate, the characters are complex, and the best part is the battle scenes themselves. Godkiller by Hannah Kaner. Set in a world where a new king outlaws and forbids all gods, Godkillers are new and upcoming and are paid to destroy the gods that seep through the cracks. Kissin is one of the Godkillers, but when she ends up meeting a young noble girl whose soul is bonded to a god, she now begins to rethink everything she once knew. I loved all the intricacies that make up Midrin and everything about it. It was just breathtaking up until the last page where I ended up actually sobbing. It's just such an underrated series that more people need to check out. Chalice Gate by Maurice Africh. This is a sci-fi books mixed with fantasy that involves sky pirates, heists, and just so much fun. When Captain Gray and his crew are tasked with finding these 7 fabled rocks, they are in for a lot more than they were ever bargaining for. I loved the found family aspect and how much you grew to love all of these characters, and I also really loved just how much fun and action-packed this was. It was non-stop action, keeping you on the edge of your seat constantly. I loved every single second, and I cannot wait for the next book to come out.